Have you ever felt a shiver run down your spine, a sense that something is off in the world? Maybe it was a movie line you remembered differently, or a logo that seemed to change overnight. Most people shrug these off as simple mistakes, tricks of the mind. But what if these moments are more than memory errors? What if they're glimpses into a reality that's been subtly altered, a crack in the fabric of existence? This phenomenon is called the Mandela Effect. It's named after Nelson Mandela because many people vividly remember him dying in prison in the 1980s. News reports, global mourning, the works. Yet Mandela was released in 1990 and lived until 2013. So where did this shared false memory come from? Is it mass delusion or a sign that our timeline intersected with another? These questions challenge our basic assumptions about reality. Is memory a reliable record or a story we rewrite without knowing? We trust our senses and recollections, but if the past can change, what does that mean for our present and future? We stand at a crossroads. Psychology offers explanations rooted in the brain, suggestion, confabulation, the fallibility of memory. But there's another path, quantum physics, with its whispers of parallel universes and branching timelines. To understand the Mandela Effect, we must explore both, weigh the evidence, because the journey to understand this phenomenon is really a journey to understand ourselves, and maybe, just maybe, our place in the cosmos. Let's travel to a galaxy far, far away. Picture the iconic scene. Darth Vader reveals a shocking truth. Millions remember the line as, "Luke, I am your father." But watch the film today and you'll hear, "No, I am your father." The name Luke is never spoken. This is a classic Mandela effect. So many people across generations and countries remember the same incorrect line. It's not an isolated case. Think of Snow White. The evil queen's line is remembered as, "Mirror, mirror on the wall." But in the original Disney film she says, "Magic mirror on the wall." These aren't just simple mistakes. They're specific, shared inaccuracies that span vast populations. Why do so many of us remember the same wrong details? Are our minds playing tricks? Or is something deeper at play? These examples force us to question the nature of memory and reality. Is it just the power of suggestion? Or are we glimpsing echoes from another version of our world? The Mandela Effect isn't just about pop culture, it's about the reliability of our collective memory. When so many people share the same false memory, it feels like a clue to something bigger. Are these just quirks of the mind or evidence of a world that's almost, but not quite, our own? The answer remains elusive. But the questions it raises are impossible to ignore, and they invite us to look closer at the world we think we know. Let's play a game, Monopoly. Picture the mascot top hat, tuxedo, white mustache. Most people swear he wears a monocle, but he never has. Rich Uncle Pennybags is monocle-free in every official version. Yet the image of him with a monocle is so widespread, it's become part of our cultural memory. Where did this detail come from? Now think about geography. Where is New Zealand? Most place it just east of Australia, but on a real map, it's far to the southeast, separated by over 1,000 miles of ocean. This misplacement is so common some maps even forget New Zealand entirely. Are these just mistakes, or do they hint at something stranger? The Mandela Effect isn't just about pop culture, it's about the way our minds map reality itself. When so many people share the same false details, it's as if our internal maps don't match the territory, and that's a puzzle worth exploring. How do we explain these strange inconsistencies? Before we leap to other dimensions, let's look inward, at the human brain. Our minds aren't perfect recorders. Memory is a creative process, reconstructed each time we recall it. This reconstruction is where errors creep in. Our brains take shortcuts, filling in gaps with plausible details, a process called confabulation. We're often unaware these details weren't part of the original experience. Think of an artist painting a landscape from memory. They fill in trees and clouds that fit, even if they weren't there. Our memory works the same way, prioritizing the gist over exact details. That's why Luke, I am your father feels so real. The name Luke adds context and drama, so our minds insert it. Similarly, a monocle fits the Monopoly Man archetype, so our brains add it. Memory is shaped by expectation, context, and cultural reinforcement. The Mandela Effect shows how powerful and deceptive our minds can be. We're not lying to ourselves, we're completing the picture in a way that feels right. But sometimes those mental shortcuts lead us astray. The result? Shared memories that never actually happened. Our minds are master storytellers, sometimes too good for their own good. And that's both fascinating and a little unsettling. To understand this better, Let's turn to cognitive psychology. Dr. Elizabeth Loftus has shown how easy it is to plant false memories through suggestion. In one study, she convinced people they'd been lost in a mall as children, an event that never happened. These false memories felt real and detailed. This is called the misinformation effect. New, incorrect information gets woven into our original memories. Over time, we can't tell what's real and what's added. Social reinforcement amplifies this. If everyone online says the Monopoly man had a monocle, we're more likely to believe it. The more a false memory is repeated, the more real it feels. The Mandela Effect, from this view, is a product of our brain's creativity, the power of suggestion, and social consensus. No alternate realities required, just the beautifully flawed human mind. But is that the whole story, or is there another layer to this mystery? Now let's walk the stranger path into the realm of quantum physics. Here reality isn't as solid as it seems. The multiverse theory suggests our universe is just one of countless others, each slightly different. In one you chose a different career, in another, Mandela died in prison. Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation proposes that every quantum event splits the universe into new branches. Physicist Michio Kaku describes these universes as bubbles, each vibrating at a different frequency. Normally, these universes don't interact, but what if, on rare occasions, they do? What if we sometimes slide from one timeline to another, carrying memories from our original reality? The Mandela Effect, in this view, is evidence of a cosmic shift, a kind of temporal jet lag. We remember a world that no longer exists for us. It's a mind-bending idea, but one that some physicists take seriously, and it makes the mystery even deeper. Quantum physics gets even stranger with entanglement. Spooky action at a distance, as Einstein called it. Two particles can be linked, their fates intertwined no matter the distance. Some theorists wonder, could entire timelines be entangled? If so, a change in one could ripple into another, causing subtle shifts. David Deutsch suggests quantum experiments already hint at parallel universes interacting. If realities can merge or overwrite each other, the Mandela Effect could be a kind of large-scale quantum interference. We might not move between universes, but information could leak through. The result? A world that's almost the same, but with a few inexplicable changes. It's a wild idea, but it pushes us to rethink what's possible. So we're left with two explanations. One is grounded in psychology. The Mandela Effect is a product of memory's flaws and social reinforcement. The other is rooted in physics. Reality itself may be unstable, and we might be travelers between timelines. Maybe our memories aren't false, they're echoes from a world that no longer exists for us. Which explanation is more compelling? That's for you to decide. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Some Mandela effects may be memory errors, others, something more. The universe isn't obligated to be simple or to fit our expectations. Reflect on your own life. Have you ever argued with someone over a memory, both certain you're right? These personal Mandela effects happen all the time. They remind us that our perception of the past is subjective. Whether that's just psychology or a hint of something deeper is the central mystery. And it's a mystery worth exploring. We've journeyed from the mind's inner workings to the outer reaches of cosmology. A misremembered movie line leads to questions about the nature of reality itself. Psychology tells us our memories are fragile. Physics suggests the universe is stranger than we imagine. The Mandela Effect reminds us to be humble about what we know. It challenges us to question our assumptions and stay curious. Whether it's a glitch in our brains or a crack in the cosmos, it's a collective mystery for the digital age. The final chapter isn't written yet, it's unfolding in our conversations, research, and questions. The universe is full of secrets, and we've only just begun to listen. So, what do you remember? Your memories are a piece of this puzzle. The journey continues, and the next discovery could be waiting in your own mind.